And hard into the wall.
That was a hard hit, man.
Final lap, stage 1. Caution is out for Justin Allgaier, who was running 5th. Window net is down. And that's a great sign, indicating to safety workers that he is okay.
Man, that's not a happy Justin Allgaier right there.
Here's team radio.
Big wreck. I'm on fire. I'm getting out. All good though. I'm getting out.
It was good to see Justin got out. You know, I mean, he was up there in the second or third row of the bottom lane. I'll be curious to see what happened. I think he had the 98 behind him, and probably just trying to push hard. I see the 98 pretty close to him here as they're starting to exit 2. Justin fades up just a little bit, and the 98 tries to turn underneath him, and it looks like Justin was kind of loose before the 98 got to him, but it's one of those weird things. Your car gets light over there off of 2, and it's easy to get turned around.
Yeah, man, your car gets very light there, and I understand, you know, especially when you have somebody on your left rear. But there wasn't going to be 100% of a hole right there. I feel like if he was making the move, he was going to be almost on the yellow line. So it's a little bit tricky and a hard hit, man. You can see how the wall had a bad angle right there, and the impact was very, very hard.
Last couple of weeks really good to Allgaier. Came in one of our drivers going for the dash for cash, but unfortunately done early at top.
Practice session, but actually qualified 19th. But has shown that speed as you see the 0-2 briefly of Jesse Little, and we've got a caution up in turn 2, and the 43 involved in that, and that is Akinori Ogata, and he was not alone. There was a second truck involved in that one as well.
I think it was Josh Rayum in the 33 truck. They had an issue over there.
The bad news is both of those trucks are owned by Josh Rayum.
That's really bad news if you're Josh Rayum.
Yes, it is.
And a Ogata fan.
Bring it on the pit road, bud. Teddy, we're going to bring it to you.
Ogata making his first start of the season. He did run here last May.
We talked earlier during the practice and qualifying show that Ogata has won a couple of races at Hickory Motor Speedway in the late model division. It's a pretty tough place to get a win there at Hickory.
Just let me tell you a little information. The fastest lap of the race for John Hunter was lap 2 when he ran 29:42. 30:11 on the lap prior to the caution flag. So already over a half-second fall off.
And less than about 7 or 8 laps.
Yeah, and that just tells you how abusive this asphalt is to those beautiful throwback Goodyear Eagle tires with the white lettering. It's always fun seeing everybody get involved with this weekend.
So here it is in turn 2, picking it up late, obviously, but
worst nightmare for a truck owner, Josh Rayum, huh?
Well, and especially when you're sitting there in the truck having it happen.
Caution early here at Darlington.
Clean air is so important. That's why these drivers are fighting tooth and nail for those early positions. Huge dive bomb.
Noah Gragson up 2 spots on the first lap. Kyle Larson up 3.
That was Allmendinger really dove it in. Keselowski. Caution. Well, here it is. Didn't know if it was going to happen. Sure enough.
And Jimmy Johnson in the pit lane.
Right rear down on him.
Multiple contact between turn 19 and 20. Puts us under caution after lap 1.
On the inside.
Look at them stacked up.
Another KBM truck, and that 51 of Corey High right there as well. And around goes Eckes. The caution is out. It's been a tough night for Christian Eckes in that 98 cam.
Talked earlier events about how these restarts are so crazy, and they're just going to get crazier. People start pushing harder and harder.
Really curious to see where these guys were running when the caution flag was displayed on the previous loop, because they were about 6 wide over there in turn 1.
Hang on, Duggar. Country music sensation Tim Duggar on the back there, and he's getting ready to be turned loose, I'm afraid.
Christian better get to pit road and get him secured.
Get Tim taped down.
That goes back there in about the 12th spot there. You see right in the middle of the...
The 16 of Ankrum got into him. Again, they were 6 wide, fighting for space.
It's hard to blame that on Ankrum.
It is.
I mean, it's just a product of these restarts and how wide this track is and how aggressive these truck drivers are.
It's amazing nobody else got caught up in it as tight as they're running here. Take a look at this right here. There's the contact. Gets in the back of Stuart Friesen for just a second. Jack Wood does get into the outside.
The lead still.
Reddick using that higher line, but not all the way up against the fence. And he has the momentum.
Oh, Harvick in the wall.
Hard into the wall for Kevin Harvick. Right side, damage to the right front. He's back up into the wall. The caution comes out again.
Hold your line, hold your line, hold your line.
Man, they were racing so aggressively.
They came up in front of me, the nose just took off.
Yeah, I didn't think that there was real contact that created that, but so Chastain drifts up off the bottom of the racetrack as him and Bubba Wallace are racing really hard on corner exit of turn 4, and as soon as they crossed in front of Harvick's car just turned right into the wall. So watch the one car in the 45 of Bubba Wallace. Chastain's coming up the track, both of them. Maybe it may have been some contact there. Harvick gets loose. Big moment.
Well, definitely not straight currently.
Watch this. So as soon as they go right in front of Harvick, is there contact or not? Man, it's close. But Harvick's car turns sideways. He corrects it into the fence hard. Big damage. Right along, Kevin.
Hold each other tight.
Good gracious. Just
Kevin
wasn't complaining about contact with Bubba. He was saying that was all air.
Yeah. And Jeff, this is just like we talked about that black helicopter at the beginning, our NBC virtual car, right? That stream is very strong right off that diffuser, and it seems like as soon as the rear bumper of the 45
all through turns 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 back there, but the right front was completely disconnected. You see here the replay down into turn 1. Oh, there's Eric Almirola getting to the right side of Kyle Larson. That obviously hurt the right front suspension. The team's trying to fix it right now.
Yeah, a lot of damage there to the 10. We see the right front of the 5. It's locked up. Wheel turned the wrong way. And still Blaney's out front by 0.6 of a second over William Byron.
That's like back in your era, Jeff. Oh no! Almirola Bowman.
Oh, the 24's on his side. Remember what I said, Clint, about 21 cars? I don't know if we got there, but man, that took out a lot of race cars and a lot of great race cars in there.
I know Eric Almirola was one of the front ones up front, so anytime that happens up front, you're going to take out a lot of them. There's Jamie McMurray.
All these cars stuck in that mode. We've had heavy rain down here overnight.
Tyler Reddick. That is a dozen of destruction.
When we talk about being aggressive, bump drafting, switching lanes here early on, only 14 laps into this 200-lap race.
Oh, Eric Almirola, who won his dual race, thought he had a great shot for the 500. All torn up. Here is Almirola's audio.
I have no vitals. Yeah, I'm okay. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, fast race car.
And you saw Ryan Newman climbing out okay. Christopher Bell, new to the Joe Gibbs Toyota team in the 20. And Eric Almirola racing hard here. Watch the 10 and the 20 down on the bottom.
You can see the outside, 48, Alex Bowman doing a little side drafting to the right side of Eric Almirola.
And I see a gap in between Eric and the 20 car.
And look at the push coming from Kyle Busch to his teammate, Christopher Bell. Now that's going to get him to the rear bumper.
Big shot.
He just got over on that right side.
I could tell you another part of that equation, Jeff. These cars, they have skew in the rear ends. That's obviously for speed and make the cars go fast, make them pull up to other cars. It's also, in my experience, makes them squirrely. When that car hits him, it pushes that car into the steer of the rear end, and it can turn you in a heartbeat.
As well, Kevin Harvick coming down pit road and a spin on the racetrack, Rick.
And will it bring out the caution?
I think it's going to have to unless he can somehow get going. Look at that. Does a nice job.
And the caution will come out.
here.
So the 97 of Tanner Berryhill brings the caution out. They were on pit road, so the 4 car is going to continue with their service.
Finishing that stop, Tony Gibson said, let's finish the stop. They did it for Goodyear tires for Kevin Harvick. Said, I just need more late rotation in the corner. We'll see how all this cycles out with the caution coming out while they were on pit road.
Oh, that is going to catch the 4 lap down. He'll be able to take the wave around, but track position will definitely be hurt. But what a break for Chase Elliott. A huge break for Chase Elliott.
So, Steve, I don't know if it makes a difference, but it looks as though on our scoring monitor, Harvick might be the first car scored a lap down. It's all shaking up now.
You're going to have to let it completely score around. The way the field freezes, our monitor only picks everybody up at the start-finish. Here's the 97 up the racetrack. A big slide right here for Berryhill. He tries to save it, and now at this point, it looks like he might be off the racetrack. But remember, we're in the middle of green flag pit stops. People run below the yellow line. That is really on the groove of turns 3 and 4. And then right here where he has to take a left, that's it.
To his team. That's the thing about having that smaller rear
spoiler. Oh, turn 1 hard in the wall. One car crashes and rides the rim. I believe a tire went down on Kevin Harvick's car, and it shot straight into the wall in the short chute between the quad oval and turn 1.
Boy, he was running in 6th spot.
Yeah, that happened early before he ever even got to turn 1.
Man, he hammered that thing good. I rattled his cage a little bit there, guys. He's slow.
Darryl, that's one of the hardest hits I've seen here.
I agree.
Thank goodness there's that safer barrier all the way down the front straightaway here.
Now we'll see him first in turn 4 on replay.
See it come up through the hood.
Yep.
Nothing you can do there.
Is there room there? 15 close calls.
Meanwhile, Corey Heim pursues Chastain, and they make the move now on Ben Rhodes in that 99. That's for 10th. And around is Lawless Allen.
Stay low, get it back rolling here. Get it back rolling. We're all good. Gonna need 4 tires though.
Caution is out. Didn't see any contact with Allen. Was running just inside the top 25.
Spotter Joe Campbell called it as good as we could have. We're all good. We need 4 tires. Bring it to pit road. Let's do it. Let's see what happens to Lawless. The truck on the very bottom there, the light blue nose.
He's going to be below the racetrack on entrance there.
He got into Chase Purdy a little bit in that DW truck.
Well, and Jeff Gordon fans will recognize that 45 paint scheme from his Department of Defense scheme back in 2007.
That's an aggressive move, isn't it? And by the way, we're racing, back in about the 21st and 2nd position. It just seems like
every driver comes in with, we got a car in the fence, 14 car.
Clint Boyer into the wall.
Another left rear tire, it looks like. But that's very far into the run. Wonder what's going on with these left rear tires.
Well, you have to wonder if that start. So if you start the race on low air pressure and the first thing you do is go from the banking to the flat to the banking down the dogleg, that will damage the side of that tire. And it'll just create a little leak. And over time, it loses air until it finally fails. You have to wonder if that's what happened on the 14 down the back straightaway here. Left rear tire goes flat. There's nothing the driver can do. So you guys talked about how the restarts have changed the racing. Well, they've also changed the abuse put on these Goodyear tires.
That is a helpless feeling for a driver to go down in the corner and you can't. There's nothing you can do to keep it out of the fence.
And Boyer, that is so fast. Boyer and his team had rallied. They were running 7th. Had made their car a lot better, and this is going to put an end to his bid to win a championship this year. Last few weeks, very disappointing to this team.
So you see the 14 coming to pit road. Pit road was still closed this time by, so we just talked about points, stage points, strategy.
caution has come out at ISM Raceway. This time, Joey Logano brings the caution out, and this means that move that Joey Logano made at Martinsville, where he moved Martin Truex Jr. out of the way to get the win and a guaranteed spot in the championship 4, really is paying dividends right now.
You heard it there, guys. In the middle of the dog leg, the left rear tire obviously goes flat. Not sure if he ran over something or what the issue is. At that point, he's just along for the slide.
Seen a left rear tire issue on Paul Menard's car in practice.
With the 11 and the 2, currently the 4 of Kevin Harvick, I can't imagine if Kevin Harvick leaves here not in the championship 4, Marty.
And yes, the points is a little bit of trouble there with the 17 car, Chris Buescher. And I'm not sure if that's going to bring out a caution. Looks like it might, guys. But yes, the points on the left are correct. Kevin Harvick below the cut line. Right now, Harvick sitting in 25th position as the caution comes out, Rick.
Yeah, we're going to have another restart, and you see damage to the 17, lot to the front.
Down in turn 1 and 2, those guys, there was a lot of contact between him, Daniel Suarez, a few other people. Looks like that he's got so much damage on the nose, he's broke something up there in the cooling. So Daniel gets down here, a lot of chain reaction, getting in the back of each other, and the 17 runs in the back of the 96 and breaks something on the front end of that car. It's dropping fluid.
Clear, all rolling, watch the 96. Low, 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 low.
After contact,
You got a right front, watch
you
the
can see
17. He's got a left rear tire.
water coming out of the car.
Outside.
It's broken the hose off the radiator or something, so they're going to have to bring it to pit road and work on that.
You see that fire coming out from underneath, so it must be.
Wow, look at that battle. There's no room there.
Eckes just closed the door on Tanner Gray.
Here comes Stuart Friesen. The 52 has made his way back in. Ooh, contact with the 15 of Tanner Gray.
And as soon as Tanner gets sideways, here comes Chase Purdy in the 61 trying to squeeze
Todd
in there.
Bodine involved. Todd Bodine going around in the 62.
Hold your brake, hold your brake, hold your brake, hold your brake. There you go. No contact, right?
A little bit of contact for Bodine. He was back in the 17th position.
Said it wouldn't run. I wonder if he hit the kill switch with his elbow while he was in there doing all that driving. That's something I'd have them positive.
Sounds like he's driving away now.
Yep,
yeah, he's got it fired up.
I think there was just a little beating and banging going on amongst that group, and
yeah,
Bodine got the worst of it.
Sure did, yeah. But you see just a little bit of a mark on the right front tire.
That's Purdy in the 61, Tanner Gray in the 15, and here comes Bodine in the 62.
I think Purdy's going to move up the racetrack
and knock down the momentum of the truck of Gray, and then that just put Todd in a bad spot.
Look, you can see the right front corner of Todd's truck. He got into the 15 of Tanner Gray, but Todd's experience allowed him to slide down the backstretch here without hitting anything.
Todd Bodine, two-time series champ, if you're new to the Camping World Truck Series.
And that's battling for a top 15 position. So Todd was rolling pretty good when this all went wrong for him.
Chasing those 800 career NASCAR starts, his second of 6 this season. Ross Chastain continues to lead. No room for error at Darlington. Back at Talladega, under caution for the third time today. A crash that took out some really, really good race cars, some of our top contenders. Major damage for Jeremy Clements. Saw the night of Brandon Jones. His window net is down. We're just singing his praises. Had led 4 laps today.
I believe the 20 got a little bit of right front damage too. Possibly the 16 we're hearing. Oh yeah, the 20 he's destroyed. Right front suspension broke.
Yeah, that car is destroyed. You know, guys, I mean, I'm not surprised he was...
the one, Dash for Cash for Sam Mayer.
Yeah, so that's 2 of our Dash for Cash guys. And A.J. Allmendinger got a piece of it as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see how tore up he is.
Yeah, AJ didn't look in great shape. The front of his car, look at that.
3 of the 4 junior motorsports cars have been involved in an accident today. You saw the damage there for A.J. Allmendinger, courtesy of our Celsius onboard camera. And there's a look from outside the 16. Now the replay of what happened to put us under caution.
Yeah, Brandon's trying to figure out where the 39's going. 48. Oh, I don't know. Parker knew the middle closed.
Yeah, you know? And it was tight. It seems to me that it was one of those deals that the 39 went to the middle and the 48 was going to the middle as well at the same time when it was clear for both of them.
Yeah.
And they just click.
Yeah, the middle was clear for a moment, right? And I'm sure Parker's spotter and 39 spotter saying the middle's open, and then right as that happened, they just kind of collided. So I don't think, like, there's no bad block there. There's just 2 guys going for the same space, and they didn't know it closed as quick as it did.
Yeah, it's very tricky. It's very, very, very tricky. I don't think that anyone did anything wrong. It was just one of those things that they just came to the same line at the same time, pretty much.
It wasn't too long before that happened that Austin Hill had made an aggressive move to get back out front. If he doesn't do that, he could very well have been right in the middle of this. As it stands, he is the race leader, and Sammy Smith, who was right behind him and also led a couple of laps today, is able to get through unscathed.
You know who got extremely lucky right there? The 48. The 48, and the 39 too.
And the 39,
well,
yeah.
Shelton Creed. I mean, he was right behind Jones when he spun up. He's able to drive through. Sam Mayer goes low trying to avoid it all and just gets collected as they come down off the banking.
You know, the 16, pretty much he did everything right. And at the very end, he got together right there with the 91. And you can see the tires on the 16. I mean, he's pretty much locked. There's nothing else he could have done there.
Ooh, Josh Williams in the grass, missed it all. Really good job by Josh.
He was in the 11. Matt DiBenedetto with some